So, you may have heard on the internet somewhere that Sword Art Online Alicization War of Underworld Part 2 will be the quote-unquote final season of SAO. That requires me to have another quick video clarifying things, and hopefully this video reaches you, dear confused and scared fan. Short answer is simply no. War of Underworld Part 2, that is going to air in April with 11 episodes, is not the final season of SAO. If you don't need more specific context, that's all the answer you need. Hope you leave a like before you do so, and know that you can experience the future of Sword Art Online by reading the light novels, Amazon and Book Depository affiliate links in the description, with a whole lot more SAO for you to enjoy. But if you want more context, let me clarify this first, because so many people I've encountered on Twitter, goddamn Twitter, the biggest cesspool on the internet, like to backpedal the moment they understand they are wrong and say things like, "Oh, I'm just saying it may be the final season if they don't decide to adapt anything afterwards." Of course, you dummy, that's not even the core of this confusion in the first place. It's that some people are acting like this is the confirmation that SAO anime is ending for sure, which it isn't. Also, places like My Anime List or Anime News Network are not the most reliable sources of news, so you shouldn't rely on them all that much. They have a wide reach, but the wider they reach, the thinner they spread and come up with stupid content like Alicization Anime will cover the Alicization arc. Anyways, where does the final season controversy come from? If you watch the teaser for Alicization Core 4, which is War of Underworld Part 2, it had the words "the last season" spelled over it. And for that, you need some context. You probably know that Japan loves using English, which is using English words with mostly broken pronunciations or with a very loose meaning. Season is one of those cases. You see, a season can mean a continuous series of production and thus can refer to things like the initial Sword Art Online series featuring Aincrad and Fairy Dance, SAO 2 featuring Phantom Bullet, Caliber and Mother Susario, and of course SAO Alicization featuring the Human Realm arc and the War of Underworld arc. Those three are usually the default season descriptions. Another major use of the word season is the TV programming lingo, which is a quarter of a year, roughly coinciding with the 4 seasons of a year: spring, summer, fall and winter TV seasons. This use of season is called a core, which features around 10 to 15 episodes worth of content. Now, in bigger projects, season can refer to an entirely different thing, unrelated to both of them, which is something SAO Season 3 Alicization has done. Utilize a sub-season structure for clarity purposes. If you go over to the official Alicization website, you will see that the overarching Alicization season is divided into 2 sub-seasons, featuring the Human Empire arc as Alicization Season 1 and War of Underworld arc as Alicization Season 2. The gist of it is, you need to have a basic understanding of what a season can refer to when Japan uses it like this. And going back to the War of Underworld Part 2 teaser, where the confusion comes from is pretty much this. SAO is literally using the word season in 3 different meanings within itself, and thus context kinda becomes key. And the use of the last season in that War of Underworld Part 2 teaser is simply referring to the fact that the core, so the spring TV season span of episodes, are the final 11 episodes, the final core of War of Underworld sub-arc, as well as the entire Alicization season. In no way does the last season refer to the SAO as a whole as a series. So bringing it all into one single line, in the most common use of season terminology, we got Sword Art Online as Season 1 consisting of Aincrad and Fairy Dance, SAO 2 as Season 2 consisting of Phantom Bullet, Caliber and Mother Susario, and then we got the confusing ground of English, the entire Sword Art Online Alicization as Season 3. That entire Season 3 Alicization consists of 2 sub-seasons, Human Realm arc and War of Underworld arc. And on the smallest scale, Season 3 Alicization consists of 4 separate TV seasons called cores, and the 11 episodes we will get in April 2020 is the final core, aka the final season of Sword Art Online Alicization and War of Underworld both. It's an entirely different topic whether A1 will ever adapt more things in the future, so do not consider this video to be a confirmation that Season 4 of SAO has been confirmed. This video is merely about debunking that War of Underworld Part 2 is confirmed to be the last season of SAO anime, since it isn't and Twitter is a major cesspool. If you're curious as to what is next that can be adapted, War of Underworld ends on Sword Art Online Volume 18, Alicization Lasting. Volume 19 and 20 combined is a story called Moon Cradle that takes place within Alicization, which can be adapted later as a single core season or as an OVA. With Volume 21, we start with the next main arc of Sword Art Online that Reki hopes will be the last until his editor Kazuma Miki convinces him to write more once again, and that arc currently has its second volume released in Japan recently, and we do not know how long that arc is gonna be in general, so it'll certainly be a long while until we can even think about getting a Unitil Ring anime. In the meanwhile, there is still the SAO Progressive Novels, a floor-by-floor retelling of Aincrad arc that can be adapted, currently has 6 volumes released in Japan, easily enough for at least a 2-core season, so around 24 episodes or even more. We got tons of SAO side stories that can be adapted into OVAs or TV specials. We got spin-offs like Alternative Gun Gale Online that I'm pretty sure will receive a second season after War of Underworld ends. We got Alternative Clover's Regret, the now confirmed non-canon Girls Ops, heck, even the Gameverse with Hollow Realization manga becoming so popular, and an Alicization Licorice manga recently starting in Japan. All in all, there is no shortage of SAO content, and you should not be scared about people who claim War of Underworld is the final season of Sword Art Online. Hope this video was helpful. If it was, feel free to hit the like button, subscribe for a whole lot more SAO content. During anime weeks, we got Sword Art Online Explained, where I compare the anime to the novels and talk about what was skipped, altered, or added, so you can still see the full picture. In break times like these, I do more original content. I will be covering Ordinal Scale Prologue and Epilogue stories, Hopeful Chant and Cordial Chord soon, for example, focusing on Eiji and Yuna. But thank you very much for watching. A huge thanks to my patrons and channel members as always. Until next time, stay cool.